Oh, this is adorable. Adorable. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm so excited about these new turtle molds from Into Resin. They sent me two new turtle molds to try out, a little one and a big one. I tried them both out, and oh my gosh, they're so adorable. Look at this. Look at this one. You won't believe how I made this one. This would be perfect as a pendant. So many possibilities with this one. And then this one, I absolutely love how it turned out. There's so many little crystals in here. It's really shiny. I am really, really happy. I'm also using the Let's Resin UV resistant 2-part resin. This is not a UV resin that you use with a UV curing lamp. Really, really love this resin. It's a medium viscosity, works really, really good in these molds. So stick around and see how I did it. You won't believe how I made this one though. It's really cute. I just got two new molds in from Into Resin. And this one is another turtle diamond mold. It is brand new. And I love, love, love the diamond molds. This mold is really pretty. So it's flat. I don't want to touch it. And I'm going to try it out today as well as this. This one is not a diamond mold. It's just it looks a little bit more chunky. This one's really flat. And this one is a little chunky thing that I'm going to try both of these today. This one looks more like and I'm not supposed to touch it. What is this called? The druzy. So this is the diamond mold, the diamond Into Resin turtle mold. And then this is I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do all three of these, and we're just going to do a comparison. This one's got some really cool texture in it. And so I don't want to use any mica powders or anything in these molds. You're not supposed to, okay? Diamond molds and then the textured molds like this, you don't want to use mica powders. You don't want to use anything that is going to damage those little crystals, okay? So this one definitely I can use some mica powder in there. I'm going to use that for my resin, and I'm going to put a little bit of alcohol in a cup because I think I can just dip with my brush with a little bit of alcohol. And be able to really get in the shell. Can't really see it all that well. But I just want to get like, the top part of the shell. Yeah, I don't know if the alcohol makes a difference. Probably doesn't. Probably didn't need to do that. I'm just going to brush that on. I don't really want very much in here. And I'm just really being being careful. I'm only going to get it on the shell part. Yeah, the alcohol didn't really make that much of a difference. I mean, the alcohol helps the mica powder to stick to the brush for sure, but it doesn't really, I don't know, doesn't really help for it to stick to the shell. Okay, that's going to be pretty. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do to that one. So Let's Resin sent me their UV resin to try out. And it's a two-part UV resin. So it's not the UV glue like, it's a UV resistant epoxy resin. So two-part epoxy. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio. You want to make sure you use gloves. You want to make sure you use either PPE, which is personal protective equipment, such as a respirator, or you want to have good ventilation in your studio. All right. I really do not know how much resin these molds hold. I'm gonna have to kind of guesstimate. If I make too much, it's okay. I just I don't want to make too little. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do 80 because I can always make other molds. So I'm gonna do 40 and 40. This resin is a more of a medium viscosity. It's not really thin and it's not really thick either, but it mixes up really, really well. It's a little bit thinner than their Fast Cure, but it's not as thin as their regular casting resin. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in this one first, only to the top of the shell. I'm going to pour really slow. Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, I should have put a little something in his head. I didn't think about that. It's probably too late. All right, I'm going to try to get the resin in his head. I don't know if it's going to work. But I should have put mica powder in his head too, or like a little bead. One more drop. I think that's going to be okay. The feet, I have another idea for the feet or the flippers. So I'm not going to fill it all the way, maybe a little bit more, but I'm going to top coat it. Oh, this is messy. Hold on. Let me get my stick. Maybe that'll work better. Because I am going to top coat it with a different color, a solid color. And I don't know if I want to do white or if I want to do a, like a little bit of a turquoise. So I'm only putting in a little bit on the flippers like that. Okay. And that one's going to be fine. Okay, these two, I am going to tint the resin with, I think these liquid resin dyes came with my, what do you want to call it? I think these came with the set, the Fast Cure set that they sent to me. So I'll try to find a link to these resin dyes because I really, really like them. They're resin dyes, and I'm able to mix and make my own colors, which is really, really cool. But I want to tint this resin just a little bit. 2, 3. I think that might be enough. I hope it's not too much. Nope, just perfect. So see, it's just barely blue, very, very, very translucent. That's exactly what I want. But I think I might put a little bit of yellow to try to turquoise it up a little bit. Oh yeah. Yellow and blue make green. And look at how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. It's just like sea glass. It's just like sea glass. Which, if you don't know what sea glass is, it is also known as beach glass. And it is glass that you find on the beach. I ran into somebody this morning who didn't know what sea glass was. But if you don't live at the beach, you might not know. So anyway, I'm just going to pour this really slow. Let me bring you down here. Can you see that? Okay. And Happy New Year to everyone, by the way. I forgot. It's New Year's Day. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at how pretty that color is. It's a little bit more blue than I wanted, but that's okay. It looks more green in the cup. Just made a mess, but it looks more green in the cup. That's going to be gorgeous. And you can use a mold release spray if you want, but I don't really feel like I need it. That is a funky little turtle there. Can you see that one? Can you see it? Down there. Okay. And what's really fun with this mold is that you can take all kinds of things and embellish the little diamonds within the mold. I've used UV resin in there before, and I've also used UV resin with little beads to go in. I don't know if you can see them, but these little indentations, these little diamonds, it's really, really pretty when you add things to it. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to go in with this. Oh, shoot. No, I got it. Thought I had a little booger in there. But let's just make a plain turtle today. Because I use these a lot in my other art projects, like my other sculptures and stuff that I do. So I need some turtles. I use so many of the turtles in my other projects this year, the Christmas projects, so I need to make some more turtles. Yeah, I can see the bubbles coming up on this one. So the bubbles are coming up naturally on this one. I don't have a torch, so I'm gonna get my heat gun, but I have so much resin left over. Look, what should I do? I have an idea. Where is my big turtle? Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's my big turtle. This is the Let's Resin turtle, and he's gorgeous. A little dirty, but I think I'm gonna go ahead in here with the mica powder, and then we'll use the rest of this resin. What do you think? Let's do that. Just want to give him some shimmer. And then we'll do multiple layers on this turtle, obviously, because this is a 13 ounce. Yeah, 13.1 fluid ounces. That's what I like about the Let's Resin molds too, the bigger molds, is that they mark the capacity on the mold, which is nice. That way you don't have to guess. But I'm going to rub this all over the inside of the mold to cover his shell. Get up in there. You don't need very much at all. And then I'm going to tap this out. See how much left over I have? I'm going to go ahead and tap this out in the trash can. This has given me a nice shiny finish, and there is some up in here, which I don't really care. It's fine. Oh, and I want to get something down in his eyeballs. I think I could do that later. I don't think I'm going to have enough of this resin at all, but I'm going to pour it. Just go ahead and pour it in here. Just all in one. And that'll at least cover the top part of his shell. And then I can do something else. And I don't want him going it down in his head, so I think I want to elevate it like this. I want it going in his tail, like that, but not his legs. All right, so I need to think fast. Use my ruler. That'll work. Okay. I need to elevate him a little bit more. This is a turtle I did a while back and it broke. His little leg broke, his little flipper broke here, and his tail broke. So I had to bring it back home and do some surgery on it, but not today. But it's going to be a good little pedestal for our situation today, because what I want to do is make a two-tone turtle. So the resin right now, what we have right now, is going into his tail section. I think that's going to work. I think it's going into the little tail. So this mold has a little piece here where it'll form a tail, and I want it to drip down in there. So this is what we're gonna start with. I think this is gonna be gorgeous. Gonna be gorgeous. Okay, what I have decided to do is I'm gonna finish this one with some UV resin because I want to get it done, and then I'm gonna finish this one later in a later video. So, because I need to think on this a little bit. It's looking promising though. All right, so I have my Let's Resin UV curing lamp. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. Make sure it works. I'm going to be using this Lightwish colored UV resin. This is dark blue. It cures really well. It takes a little bit more time than a clear UV resin. I'm going to put on a glove. It takes a little bit longer than a clear UV resin, but if you're just patient and put it under your curing lamp, you know, for a couple of cycles, you're fine. So this is a dark blue. Let's just test it. That's going to be stunning. So I am actually going to fill the rest of this mold with this. And I think I'm going to do it in layers so that I do get a full cure. And I don't have any issues. We'll just kind of squish it in there. Get some in his tail. Make sure I get enough in there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tap. Got a bubble right there. Okay. Go ahead and just cure that. Move that out of the way. I don't need it. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit over here and cure a little bit more. So that'll be the third 2-minute cure cycle on the lamp. Ooh. Now I'm ready to demold these. Okay, I'm gonna demold this one first because I've done this mold. I've used this mold before. I already know what it's gonna look like. But I will have a link to this one on Into Resin. I do have a discount code, so you can use the discount code to buy these molds. And look at that. Just look at that. I need something white. My new DeWalt instruction manual, but look at that. Look at how cute that is. Can y'all see that? Look how it shines. It doesn't need anything else in it. It looks just like a diamond. Look how crystal clear that is, too. I absolutely love it. There is so much detail in this one. Oh, love it. Love it. Okay, now this one. So this is the new mold. I've had a little sniffles today. Okay, here we go. Little curious about what this one's going to look like. Missing a tail, but that's okay. Maybe it's a leatherback. Just want to be really, really careful demolding because there we go. I just don't know anything about this particular mold. So I want to make sure I am very careful. Pop it out. Okay. Are we ready? That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at him. He's very, very shiny. All those little crystals are so shiny. Now, so what I like about this one is it's very flat. So I could use it as an embellishment on, gosh, so many different things. These were really cute on Christmas trees when I was making Christmas trees at Christmas, as the tree topper. Yeah, I really like this one. Super cute. And look how different. Look at the different looks. This one is the diamond, and this one is, I guess, the little crystal mold. It's quite rough and kind of pebbly. I just love it. So I will put a link to these two molds. And now this one. So the UV resin did cure. It's actually quite warm. Little nervous to see if it did cure all the way. Now his tail has cured. Look at that. It's nice. I mean, it's not sticky at all. Not sticky at all. So I was worried about that. I've never done UV resin um, as a topper like this, but you can definitely put UV resin on top of regular resin, where the the UV resin glue. So the base is UV resin, the UV resistant resin, and then the top coat. I want to pull his head off. We don't need a headless turtle running around everywhere. Oh, look! Look at his head. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is adorable. Adorable. But I already have ideas on what I'm going to do differently next time on the shell. Definitely can see some little, maybe some little pearls inside the shell. Like attach the pearls inside the mold itself for the top part of this shell. But that is really cute. How cute would that be as a pendant? Mm? Oh man, y'all need to go out and get these molds. These are super, super cute. So three different turtles, three different ways, all from Into Resin. And you can use my discount code to get them all. So let me know what you think. Thank you for sticking around. Oops, flip this one around. Oh my gosh, which one's your favorite? I think this one's my favorite. I really do think so. That's so cute. Okay, and then we're gonna finish this one later because I gotta think on this one a little bit. So, all right, make it a crafty day, friends. Bye.